Thank you very much. Stand here to oppose the motion that the government of Uganda should stop giving the 1.5 points to girls who are joining universities. I'll begin by explaining the whole origin of the 1.5 points that are given to girls as a form under the affirmative action that is being taken by the government of Uganda. You are disagreeing with the fact that the girls are considered to be disadvantaged, but come to record with reality. I'm standing here to say, to first disapprove of the point whereby you say that it does not bring about inferiority complex. Okay, it causes inferiority complex. But the 1.5 points will, for a girl who will stand and say that being given 1.5 points is a cause for inferiority, I really see a lot of pessimism within you because you are being given a chance. This is supposed to act as a stepping stone for you to go ahead and achieve your goals relentlessly, knowing that you have a hope and a future because you are being given something to step on. It is a way to open your eyes that there is so much you can achieve because you're given the 1.5 points. You do not look at that as being inferior. It should instead encourage you to walk with your head held high, knowing that you have value attached to you already even before you put in your own effort. Another thing I'd like to disagree with, the point we said is that girls do not encounter any, that we are not considering the challenges that boys encounter. And I'm taking you back to the biblical times. You know your Bibles very well. You know the story of Adam and Eve. You know that woman was taken out of the man's rib. You know that the man has more power and has more authority and he's stronger than the woman. That is a fact that we cannot deny. So if a woman is being looked at and a girl is being considered as one that is given a chance, come on, even the Bible looks at it as a fact that the woman is inferior to the husband. The girls are inferior to the boys, which is a fact we cannot deny. But then, considering that fact, government stands out to help the girls that are being looked at as who also face more challenges than the boys do encounter, for it is a fact that all the things they go through down there, the things that they're supposed to go through, the pain and everything. So it is a way that encourages them to stand onto their feet and face the challenges, but well knowing that even if we go through hardship, we can still be admitted into university with a 1.5. Then we're also getting to look at it as a way in which the 1.5 points are not a cause for relaxing. I vehemently disagree with that. Because I am in S6, I know I have to read so hard to get into university. 1.5 points are there. Actually, sometimes it's even out of my mind because it is not only 1.5 that guarantees university entry. One has to wake up in the morning and read, attend all lessons, go ahead and do research because 1.5 is not something that takes one to university. The 1.5 points are instead put there for one to stimulate one to work hard so that you can get what to add. Come on, then we should all fold our hands and go to sleep knowing there is 1.5. But it is useless if you do not put in your effort. Someone has to work hard to get what to add there. And I also like to say that this 1.5 points are increasing the government entry of the girls. Originally, the number of girls entering university was lesser than that of the boys. So this encourages the girls to enter university also favorably. And what does this do? We are looking at the effect of it on our society as diversity being promoted. We are looking at now that the girls' numbers have been increased in their university entry. The girls are in the same proportion with the boys, or actually outmatching the number of boys, and it's an advantage because they are looked at as the mothers of the country. Educate the girl child to educate the nation is a slogan that everyone knows about. It's not a cliche. So I believe that when the government continues to bring this, and there is diversity, the number of girls increasing in society, for the people who lead into a lot of productiveness in the country, for they are the mothers and they nurture others into the world. So if the girl child is looked at as something very precious and nurtured into having this free policy of having the 1.5 government entry, it is something very beneficial to us because we are to stand up for the world. Thank you very much, and I have blessings to work for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the third speaker from the opposition side. Now we shall have the third and last speaker from the opposition side.
Thank you very much. The judge, the audience, the opposers, and the proposers, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask this one question.
Have you ever imagined how bad it feels failing to do your dream course just because you don't qualify only by a difference of 1.5? Have you ever imagined how many people have missed out on their courses just because of the competition out there, especially when it comes to a course like law, where they've set a specific point where they want the specific weights, and the boys have not made it, and the girl who got lower is added on to just to go for law, and someone who worked for it has not got it. Do you know how it feels? Ladies and gentlemen, with my fellow proposals, we have decided to support this motion. Uganda should really abolish this policy, because we are seeing that this policy makes girls relax, and more so, it brings inferiority into the girls, and more to that, it is so unfair to the boys. And lastly, by the time they add for you the points, it is already clear enough for everyone, even the blind can see it, that you did not qualify for it, and they're adding for you so that you go to the university. What kind of thing is that? We are working for development. We are competing with other countries to develop our country, and we are working, and then we bring in a policy of adding for someone who has not qualified. Look at it, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to attack the points my opposers say. First of all, they say someone talked about the 1.5 not being seen as a big thing. Ladies and gentlemen, just like I told you, it is indeed a big thing. Already considering the fact that you are competing with someone which someone did not qualify for it, and you are demoted because the person is added onto, and you are losing out. That 1.5 is so big a thing, ladies and gentlemen. More so, they said the 1.5 encourages the boys to work harder. Oh yes, they work harder. And that is the very thing that brings inferiority into the girls. Because if the boys are working harder, they will achieve what they've worked for. And the girls will be looked at as inferior, because the only thing that the girls can do is to attain what has been given to them freely. Why don't they give us a chance to work for our own good? We are working for our own future. Let them not sympathize with us. That is a way of showing to us that yes, girls, you know what brought you to school. If you know it, then why don't you work hard and not dwell on that government to give you the free points? They say it is compensation, ladies and gentlemen. That is something that was suffered by that was faced by the people in the old times. Yes, let them compensate for us. Very good. It's an affirmative action, and we appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. They brought the UPE, the Universal Primary Education. We appreciated it. So nice it was. They brought Universal Secondary Education free for everyone. Why then should they bring 1.5 for only girls? Why don't they make it for all the boys and they make it free? Yes, the affirmative action will raise our support for the government. But don't you think if they scrapped it off or they leveled it for both sexes, we shall support them much more? Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you to the conclusion that it makes girls relax. You know that you are already having the 1.5. Yes, you will work, but you will not work as hard as you are supposed to be. More so, just like I explained to you, it will bring inferiority. You'll be looked down upon. You'll be even where you are, you will not be able to support yourself perfectly. And more so, it is unfair to the boys. Just like I've explained to you, the boys are working hard for the same point like the girls, but they are favored. Why should they favor us? We want equality. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, just like I've explained to you, I'm sure you've seen the light. Don't be confused by opponents. Let us fight against this 1.5 for equality. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that speaker from the proposition side. We are so much